Alright then, hey, thanks for checking out the video. Hope you're doing well, and as of today, as I'm recording this, 3 days ago, I finished, 100%ed, Library of Ruina, and I'm obsessed. I need more content. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm playing Limbus Company, a game that I've heard about, of course, many times ever since I sort of like got into the whole, you know, like gacha space, I guess, like what, 4 or 5 years ago now. But one that I've not really looked into myself at all, other than it's like the best story in gacha gaming or whatever. Which honestly, coming off of Library, I totally believe. But yeah, I'm really excited to get into it. Don't know what to expect. I pretty much know nothing about it, other than I guess these guys here are the main characters. I have heard a couple songs from it, I will say. That's pretty much it. I've heard Compass because, okay, so there's this Roblox game called Forsake, and I've heard, I think we're hearing the instrumental of it right now, actually. In Hell We Live Lament, I believe it is called. But other than that, I have no idea what this game's about. And without further ado, welcome to Limbus Company. Face the sin, save the ego, huh? Oh my god, okay, hang on 1 second. Yes, I agree. No, you're joking. 14, okay, fine. Oh wow, this is what the city looks like. It's like a weird spiral. Okay, I was not done reading it. Go back, please. Okay, that's not it. What is this? Oh, the wings. Little angel-looking thing, obviously Vault Corp. I'm not acquainted with it, I haven't played it, but it's very relevant in Ruina. What is this? The Golden Boughs, okay. Seeing the nest. What is this? Oh no! Dude, this bird! Dude, that bird that I hate better not be in this game, what the heck? Ego, huh? Okay. Inca Felon. Don't really know what the deal is with this. It was mentioned a couple times in Library of Ruina. Not really sure what it is. Ixer, okay. Wait, this art is just from Library of Ruina. These are card art. That was a golden opportunity. Associates and offices. Of course, we have Full Stop, Zwei, the Sh, Wedge Office there, to name a few. Yeah, these are the wings. Yeah, look at the city though. That's so cool. I didn't know there were, like, I haven't seen a map of it before. This one's a daring decision. Oh, I forgot what this one's called. Oh, this right here. Oh, well, this is the gaze office. But before that was what's it called? Like burn it up or something. it's kind of bad. It like sets you on fire or whatever. Along with the most dangerous beings you'll face. Huh? Oh, the Golden Boughs. Okay. Within these depths of these facilities lie the Golden Boughs, the essence of Lobotomy Corporation's energy production technology, or what's left of it. Its appearance is exactly as the name suggests, a tree branch radiating a golden glow. Objective as an executive manager is to obtain the Golden Boughs. Okay. Of course, any denizen of the city would be attracted to the promise of the infinite possibilities these items possess. The task of retrieval will not be as easy as grabbing goods from a convenience store. We implore you to collect all the Golden Boughs with prudent decision-making. Okay, sure. So I guess in this game, we're looking for the Golden Boughs, which... And I'm sure this is going to be explained later, right? Like, actually in the game, but... So what's left of Lobotomy Corporation's energy. Oh, here's the Leo. Here's the Hana Association, Dawn Office, Hook Office, I believe it's called. But yeah, no, I guess we're gonna collect the Golden Boughs, which are what's left of Lobotomy Corporation's energy production technology. Or they're like the essence of it. Relevant departments predict that your sinners will be able to manifest ego of their own depending on their course of action. In addition, they expect ego from abnormalities to be available via emotional attachment. Your sinners, is that what like the units are called in this game? Do I pull for sinners then, I guess? Oh, here it is, Inca Felon. This refers to the form of energy Lobotomy Corporation produced. While commonly known as a source of electricity, this is not the only use for it. This green substance, which normally exists in liquid form, is known to induce a considerable sense of relaxation. The former L Corp Oh, so it's like a drug. Okay. The former L Corp administered appropriate doses of gacha to its employees suffering under great amounts of stress for increased work efficiency. However, overdose or exposure to unrefined forms of the substance, well, let's just say it doesn't seem to end well. It's like fuel essentially. It's like a power source, but you could also like take it as like a sort of stress relaxing drug. Which actually reminds me, I believe this was mentioned in one of Hod's conversations. She mentioned like taking enkephalin because she was so stressed, so that makes sense, right? Well, fixers exist to solve the city's problems. No secret that these fixers can be the source of problems themselves, indeed. Alright, and we're back to the city in the nests. Very cool. Yeah, really cool though that they're giving us just some little background information, like lore dump for players who aren't familiar with the other games. I mean, even I don't know what, enkephalin and what, where is it, the golden bows are. Oh, there we go. So it's cool that they gave us something to read there. Now, whoa. Generate defense skill. Great. Wolf! Okay, hang on, can I full screen first? Wow, nice UI. What's this? Oh, no way! Oh, we have a hide button. Okay, that's so nice actually. Oh, hi Wolf, okay. Not auto. And this is fast forward. Yeah, no, I feel like that was something that Library of Ruina was really missing. Like a hide button. I can actually see the nice CGs. Anyways, me. You dare interrupt me just as I was engraving the... You must be out of your... lion.
엄밀히 따져보면 스승님이 하려는 게 도시의 금기는 아니더라.
Okay, lion. Is the next one gonna be tiger?
생각조차 못했던 그런 일이라고 해야 하나?
Oh.
어라? 근데 이 녀석.
Yeah, what's up?
그 사이에 머리를
Panther, okay.
원래 당신 같은 자들은 준비성조차 철저한가?
Oh, right. I was just about to say, yes, I do know as well that the main character in this game has a clock for a head. Really cool design, really cool, I love it. What do you think this guy sounds like? Just like... Just wait till I get the likes of you will be no match for. Ooh.
아무래도 저 대가리엔 입까지는 없는
Cool
모양인데.
gauntlet. They almost have like a sort of like Norse vibe to them almost. Oh, she's so short.
찌깍거리는 소리만 들리네. 속에서는 비명이라도 지르는 거.
Oh, they can't understand us. No. TikTok.
째깍대는 소리가 빨라지는
Yeah,
걸 보니
ouch.
아파하기는 하나 봐.
Damn it. Why am I being attacked? Not good. Memory decay already? That was done too quick.
뭐야? 이젠 잠잠하네.
The what
그럼
was done too
슬슬
quick?
끝내자.
늑대, 여긴 누구도 오지 않고 누구도 볼 수 없는 곳이야. 뭐가 그리 급해?
우린 가르침을 따라야 해. 시간을 끌어서는 안 되니까.
그렇지만 우리가 살면서 언제 이런
Jeez.
녀석을 죽여보겠어?
사자, 너는 일을 할 때 너무 감정적이야. 공과 사는 구분하면 좋겠군. 얼굴을 보고 싶었는데 아쉽게 됐어. 당신의 별이 어디 있는지는 알려주지 않겠지.
What are we talking about? Your star? Also wanted to have a look at your face, man. Like the clock, or... Like hell I am. I'm taking this location to the grave with... Oh, do you not remember it anyway? Damn it. Where was it supposed to be again? Years are fading too quickly.
그렇군.
Oh
일이
no.
없었지. 자연히 그것을 찾을
So they're
방법도
looking for...
이자에게선 얻을 수 없겠군.
Is this like where the golden bows are, or am I jumping the gun? Is that getting too ahead? No, it's like a specific things location. A star is a weird, really interesting word that he used.
그럼
Ooh,
이제
okay.
끝내도 돼?
그래.
Oh.
애가 무슨 소리야?
Oh, is that like a car?
설마 뒤에다가 추적자들을 달고 온 거야?
아니, 쫓아올 자는 아무도 없었어. 짐승일 확률은
I don't know any wild animal that sounds like that.
이건
Yeah. It's
버스.
the Limbus. No, we found it.
어떻게 여기까지 굴러
I did
들어왔지?
notice back there, by the way, that the main character on their code it actually said Limbus Company already, which is kind of strange. I guess that's the gang they used to be like a part of or something, like the group.
조난당한 버스인가 본데. 길을 잘못
Really interesting art style, sort of like a
생각보다 무거울 듯.
in like way that they're formatting this, really kind of just like a comic. It's interesting. Oh my god, dude!
사자가
The line just get pushed. No, dude, she got hit by a bus. Hello?
여전히 내
Hello?
눈이 틀림없다면
Oh, this is one of
당신은
the
영광의 항구에 이르겠지.
people on the title screen. My eyes are still right, and you will not fail to reach the port of glory. Who are you? That nameplate says Faust.
어두운
He's
숲에서
Faust.
길을 잃었군요.
Are you a doctor? What?
하지만 당신은 두렵지 않았어요. 왜일까요?
I like her weapon, it's cool. That's because I could simply use my head to find the star? What?
그래요.
Okay, so
이제 그 형상을 되뇌면서 제가 하는 말을 마음으로 외치세요.
like what the star is, where
너의 별을
it is.
따라가거라.
Follow your star. Follow your star. That moment. Alarm? Felt a sudden thump in my head. Ring, ring, ring. Followed by the sensation of multiple chains penetrating me? Oh no! I can't yell right now. Weird, yeah, it's like the chains are like just like materializing.
걱정하지 마세요. 정말로 심장을 못 쓰게 된 게 아니니까.
Oh no.
이것으로
the hand is
계약은
spinning.
완료되었습니다.
Oh, sinner number 2, Faust.
단테, 이제
단테.
저희는 당신의 시간에
We're
귀속되었습니다.
bound to your time. Dante, me. Great. What do you...
이제 저희의 심장이 멎고 뛰면 당신의 시각이 어디 위치하는지에 따라 달렸습니다.
Like you literally like... like literally or metaphorically.
잘
Like, do you
부탁드려요.
die if Dante dies? You're like a fine leader. Power?
정말
hello.
이걸로 된 건가요?
Ishmael. Right. Something I can't believe I forgot to mention this. Something that I forgot to mention is that I've heard Compass, yes, but I also believe that is tied to like sort of like a Moby Dick-esque storyline. And I can't remember exactly. It's been a while since I've read Moby Dick, but I believe the main character is called Ishmael, right? So I guess this is Compass Girl. Sinner number 8. It says number 8 on her coat here. On Dante's it says number 10. I noticed. So I guess he's sinner number 10. Ishma.
사과 한 알이 떨어졌어.
Sinner number 1. Isang, I assume. Okay. Single apples fallen.
이 사람은 아직도 이상한 소리만 하고.
What, this guy or Dante? Rodion. Sinner number 9.
되는 거지?
뭐
Oh, Gregor,
몸을 풀어보는
dang.
것도 나쁘진 않겠지.
Oh, he's got like a cool robot arm. Okay. No number anywhere. That's kind of interesting. He's sinner number 13. Oh, I assumed it would go up to 10. Can't quite see what's on his arm.
불쌍하게 나뒹굴고 있는 저것은 뭐지?
Oh,
우리의 마지막 대원이 될 자인가?
Otis. I assume sinner number 12. Damn, she's cool. I love the sword.
아, 말 조심하는 게 좋을 걸. 우리 상사가 될 뿐이래.
Yeah,
습격은 순식간이었을 텐데 용케 머리를 숨겼군요.
this is fast. Must have been an instant ambush that you managed to hide your head. Oh, does hang on. Who are you people and what's up with this bus? Interesting, I wonder. So clearly Dante, right? Like he used to be like I guess he used to be like a important person with like knowledge of a specific star somewhere, whatever that means. And I guess in order to sort of hide that information, they replaced their head with a clock. And the original head presumably still has like the information inside of it and it's hidden somewhere. Okay.
우리는 당신을 돕기
The
위해
heralds of
찾아온
justice
정의의
who come to aid
사자들이고
me.
이건 원하는 곳에
That magic's
어디든
cool,
갈 수 있는
boss.
마술 버스죠.
Really? Justice? Bus? I don't.
그런 대답을 바라는 거 아니었어요? 그렇게 생각하는 쪽이 마음 편할 테니.
Okay.
시간도
Sure.
없고 유리한 상황도 아니니까 천천히 하지만 한 번만 설명하죠.
Racing against time. Like my head after some time passed. So, let me get this right. As long as I do as you say, those complete strangers who have never even met before will fight in my stead. Okay,
맞아요.
yeah, like the sinners.
당신이
Okay.
올바르게 명령을 내린다면요.
Sure. Right then. Let's slaughter these. Crabheads! Go back to where I was. To where I wasn't. What was I doing? Am I even supposed to go back to? I was right on the cusp of an extremely important moment. Something I was never supposed to forget.
진정해요. 그 머리로 기억이 온전할 리가.
Weird.
지금은
Weird.
눈앞에 있는 전투에 집중하죠, 단테.
Okay.
시
It's his bull.
뭐라고 불러야
Voltus. Clockhead.
시계 지휘관님.
Commander Clog. I like the sound of that.
아무튼 전투 명령을 내려주십시오.
Okay.
뭘 명령까지야. 각계 전투밖에 답이 없지 않나?
Fair point.
저기요.
Oh yeah?
뭘 쑥덕대고 있는
Heathcliff.
거야? 다
Alright.
으스러뜨리면 그만이잖아.
I like the cat. Revenge. I assume it says on his bat. Okay. I wonder what this character's about. No numbers by the looks of things on him as well, but he is sinner number 7.
최선을 다해 주세요, 단테.
Alright. Guess I don't have any other choice. Alright, let's go. Have her a little tutorial. Ooh. Okay, what is... okay, sure. Let's begin by learning... Banger! Begin by learning the basics of combat. Please direct your attention to the dashboard here. You'll be using the dashboard to relay your commands to the sinners. You'll find each sinner's skills on the dashboard. The control scheme is simple. Simply drag from the left end of the dashboard to the right end to chain the skills, and you are ready to complete the combat phase. Okay. Allow me to guide your hand. Press and hold the gear on the left on the dashboard to grab the chain. Okay. Oh, and it's like one of these like chains. Yeah, chain. Okay. Okay, so she... Okay, can I... No, I can't see what these other ones do. Okay, so... I was gonna see if I could figure out what these moves are by the icons, but no, I cannot. Oh, it they have the same damage type in Ruina though. Okay, so this is a blunt attack, this is a slash attack. Over here is pierce, oops, sorry. Okay, so you're gonna attack this one, you're gonna attack the same one. Same. Well done, now that sinners for all, and these two are gonna clash. Well done, now that sinners, skills for all sinners have been chained, you may press the gear on the right to start the combat phase.
금방
Okay.
다녀올게.
Yup. Okay, that's rough. Damn, we're getting beat up. Okay, nice. Okay. That could have gone better. That is how you, the manager, issue your orders. Let's try it again. Look at the dashboard, grab the chain from the left here, and connect the skills along the guiding line to command us to use them. I'm just trying to look around the interface a little. I noticed 65441. I guess this is... I'm sure the combat isn't exactly like Library of Ruina's, right? But I wonder if this number is sort of like their light or their resource that they spend. I'm curious what this like this orb that they have in their portrait, because his is blue. Dashboard. Drag the chain, bear through the skills, connect the chain, yes. Okay, now it's having me use... We could do that. Okay. Cool, can I... click, no? Can I anything?
행동을 개시합니다.
Oh, what kind of weapon is that? Does she have? It's like a weird orb spear. Oh, 4. She just like chained 4 right there. Because I guess she did like what, two blocks and 2 attacks. Alright, she would command. And there's like there's another third one up here. I wonder if that's like an ultimate. I can't see what this is. Man, I wish it told me what these moves were. Let's go 1 red, 1 green, 1 blue, purple, and then yellow. Sure.
좋은 전략이네요. 가보죠.
I kind of wish I could like know what I'm. Oh wait, is that not a robot arm? It's like a weird pincer. It's like part bug. Yeah, no, I kind of wish we could see like how they're doing, because right now it seems like we're just getting beat up. Like I wish we could see like the rolls. I guess it would be in Ruina. Okay, let's try. Oh, they're different skills this time, right? 'Cause now this guy is. This is Gregor. There's 2 blues now. This lady, I forgot her name, has 2 greens, 2 blues, or like 2 cyans and 2 blues.
행동을 개시합니다.
But Ishmael stayed the same. Oh no, this guy's attacking us now. Oh my god, he's dead. Chill. Oh, it's fatal. 2 guys. We lost? I guess so. Scripted loss, that's fine.
이해가 되지 않는군.
No, this is where
이런 것들에게 사자가
the
당했다.
others come in, right? But to be fair, they hit her with a buzz.
방금까지 싸웠던 사람의 말하긴 그렇지만 이건 대화로 풀 수 있는.
We can talk about. Oh my god! Oh, he's super dead.
이상적이지 않소.
Oh yeah, you think?
처음부터 말이 안 되는 싸움이라고 생각했는데.
Sorry, guys.
다들 장난해? 난 시작도.
Oh, God, you like punched through her. That's crazy. The hell? Said you'd fight in my stead.
이겨준다는 말은 안 했어요.
But then what was the point of it? What?
그리고 저만 남았네요.
Well, not for long, fast. I've got bad news. Okay. So you meant for this to happen? You've got an ace up your sleeve, haven't you?
비장의
So
수라기보단
this is simply about
그저
what? Oh, there she
별을
goes. Following the star.
따라가는 거죠.
Oh, it says Walpurgis Act on her. What is this? I think it's her coat on her weapon.
단체로 자살놀이라도 하는 건가? 썩 유쾌하진 않군.
What am I supposed to do? Having with all that fanfare only to die like flies. God, I can't remember a thing about the past since I repeated what she said. Is this how I die?
뱀에게 전해라, 거짓 사자.
Give this message to the serpent, false line.
이건 막을 수 없는 함이라고.
Man with red eyes. Flow that cannot be stopped. The flow of time. Dang. The red. The red. Who is this guy? Hang on, who is this guy?
내가 왜
주-
팔다리만 잘라낸 줄 아나?
There's two dismembered people.
그래야
Well, there needs to be a messenger, right?
내가 저들을 데리고
Yeah.
허둥지둥 이곳을
hell
벗어날
no.
테니까. 달아난 팔과 다리를 대체해줄 놈이
음.
너밖에 없으니.
붉은 시선.
What? What? The red gaze.
그렇게 노려보지 마.
Like that's his title, right?
이놈들이
He's a
해놓은
color?
짓에 비하면
And red too. The red gaze. I guess the
그
eyes make
정도
sense now.
부상이면 위에서도 충분히 할 일 했다고 생각할 거다.
Dang.
훈장처럼 여기라고.
That's crazy. I wonder why he's called the red gaze then. Right? Because all of like the color, the special color fixer people, you know, they're named after like actually what they do. So I wonder if he has like sort of like Ghost Rider's like penance stare or something. Can he like look at you and you evaporate or something?
Well, you already knew that. Yet, you still live a life that you dread.
아니면
The red gaze.
여기서 명줄을 놓고 싶은가?
Are you one of them? You're too late. They're all ready.
늦은 건 아무것도 없습니다. 단테.
Oh, does he have a healing gaze?
우리에게 필요한 건
Can
오직
you bring them back somehow?
되돌릴 시간뿐이니까.
Wait, wait, I was joking. Or I guess I'm going to do it. I'm suddenly overwhelmed by an excruciating stab of pain in my chest as though my heart were being torn asunder. Ooh, followed by flashes in the ribs, intestines, stomach, and lungs. I couldn't tell where the pain was coming from anymore. I let a cry of pure agony as I felt my body twisting and breaking open. You... Wow, no way. My consciousness fading, the only thing I could perceive. Dang, wait. Yeah, so you could just bring them back to life. Was the sight of mutilated bodies around me inexplicably regenerating.
앞으로도
can turn
끝내주게
back
고통스러울
time, huh?
겁니다. 단테.
Huh. Voice of the man, red eyes. Oh, whoa. Weird, so I guess the clockhead as like can turn back time? Faust, she mentioned that like they like he was connected or something to them, so I guess like he could probably only turn back, maybe he could only turn back the rest of the sinners. That's really interesting. I don't want to be like guy who's only played Library of Ruina, but also that's true because that's my only exposure to this world. So my mind instantly goes to like something T-Corp related, right? Because their whole thing is time. I don't know. In Library of Ruina, we never see them like have the ability to reverse time. Though there was definitely something weird going on with like the whole, like back in Lobotomy Corporation, like there was that whole like weird Seed of Light, like looping thing. That was definitely turning back time, right? But I'm not sure if that was T-Corp related. But it's definitely interesting. Okay. I hear a beast howling from somewhere. The roar of the engines, it cries ceaselessly. Is it welling out of hunger or...
움찔움찔거려.
Ooh.
일어난 걸까?
Aboard Mephistopheles? That's the bus, I guess? Is he twitchy or...
드디어 정신을 차렸군. 버티지 못하고 골러갔으면 조금 실망할 뻔했어.
상쾌한 아침.
Karen?
나는
Okay.
버스
Bus
기사
driver.
카런.
Hello.
아침은 아니지만
Hello.
상쾌하긴 하겠어. 기분이 어떻습니까, 단테?
Better than ever. Well,
제각거리는군.
yeah.
의사소통이 안 되는.
Yeah, wait a minute. I didn't even think about that. Why could Faust understand him? I guess again with the whole connection thing.
저는 베르길리우스라고
Virgilius.
합니다. 이 말이 제대로 들린다면 무언가 이해했다는.
This is crazy. Now we have Virgil and Dante here. Gave him a quick moment. He didn't seem hostile.
좋아. 듣는 것엔 문제가 없군. 일단 출발하지, 카론.
Drive where?
출발할게. 부릉부릉.
Dude, I love her Karen's design here. There was a heavy roar and vibrations as though they echoed from the bottom of the mire. It was then that I realized I was aboard a bus. Bus. Be sure if I've ever ridden such a vehicle in the past.
당신이 누구였는지는 기억합니까?
Sure don't. I shook my head to say no. I've just been reminded that my head was now a clinking mechanism of sorts.
원래 기억을 되찾고 싶겠군.
Sure do.
그렇지 않나?
I assume. I nodded. I sure felt like an idiot. The classic. The
매끄럽군.
classic
다들 이렇게
amnesia storyline.
묻지소만 말하면 안 되는 건가?
Damn.
어떻게 생각하지, 파우스토 씨?
파우스트는 사양하고 싶어요. 저희가 매끄럽게 몸을 움직일 수 있는 상황이 그렇게 많지는 않을 것 같으니까요.
Fair. She's the one who spoke to me back in the forest. Her silver hair. I guess so. Listening even without sunlight gave himself a rather mysterious air.
단테.
That's me, Dante. Come to think of it, the man with red eyes has been calling me too.
단테는 당신의
Sure.
이름이에요. 이름까지 잊으셨군요.
Sure looks like it. Doesn't sound familiar at all.
점차
I wonder
익숙해질
if it's
거랍니다.
like I'm already like trying to like predict a twist. I wonder if that's like not his real name at all, and it's just like his new name that they're calling him. Wait, you can understand me? The group that attacked me earlier, and that Virgie or whatever he was called, seemed to hear nothing but taking from me.
파우스트에게는 제대로 된 단어를
Just
들린답니다.
Faust though? I actually can, but how? I don't even have a real mouth.
그런 구시대적인 발상은 머리를 바꾸어서 생긴
Assumptions
건가요?
of yesteryear.
성대나 혀 따위의 발성기관이 있어야만 대화를 할 수 있다는 건
What?
시대착오적인 이야기죠.
But other people can't. Faust, that's not the point. Other people can't understand me. That's what Dante's hung up on. Anachronistic. Right? I never considered that.
당신의 말은
He's just like,
사람에게만
yeah,
들릴
that
수도
makes
있고
sense.
모두에게 전달할 수도 있답니다.
Oh, okay. It's useful.
모두라는 말은 수정해야겠군요.
Yes. Okay, that makes sense.
수감자들에게만 해당하는 이야기예요.
Sinners.
당신의 뒤에 앉아 있는
She's the number 2 here. I just realized. We'll see beside you.
방금까지 당신을 대신해서 싸운 사람들을 말하는 겁니다.
그대가
오,
이 여정을 함께한
thou
마지막
art.
조각인가? 얼마나 기다렸는지 모르네.
Oh yeah.
아 형씨, 머리통은 어디다가 팔아넘겼어?
You tell me, man.
당신 덕에
One
박살나
Piece.
있던 척추가 말끔하게 돌아왔어요. 혹시 둥지에서
Hey
의사
man,
일이라도 했나요?
maybe.
다들 닥쳐라.
It'd be nice if I could see you guys.
그만큼 불쾌한
Oh.
것도 없으니
I can't recognize them by their voice quite yet.
자기 소개가 필요한 시점인가 보고.
Okay, sure.
그럼 가벼운 인사를 나눌 시간을 주겠다. 앞에 앉은 것부터 시작.
Is this Isung? No, it's Gregor.
이쪽은 항상
Are we
앞자리부터인지
working in reverse order then?
앞에 나서는 이제 진절머리가 나는데. 당신이 우리를 이끌 뭐더라? 관리자라고 하던데.
I sure am. Manager.
그래. 그래서 어떤 인물인지 굉장히 궁금했는데 말이야.
Come on, you can do
역시
it.
뭔가 말을 만드는 건 어려워. 머리통은 어디 팔아먹었는지 모르겠지만 저마다 사정은 있는 법이니까.
Yeah.
나는 그레고르라고 한다. 잘
Gregor.
부탁한다고 관리자 양반.
Manager bud. Great. Ah, okay. I assume he's gonna let me read this. What is that? I can't read curse. What? Ungezeifer? Is it? It's like got a crab claw. Yeah, it's like a weird. Maybe can like his arm can turn into different animals. Gregor. As we have an introduction here, number 13. This sinner is relatively easy to handle in terms of personality. However, an upsurge of emotion or sudden change in environment may cause parts of the whole of his body to transform into It transformed into insectile, notably akin to a carapace, resembling that of the something. Choose. Weird. Is that like a sort of implant, I wonder? Or if it's like a... I don't think it's like a distortion related thing. Or at least it's not like anything that I've seen before, if it is. If you do not wish to be a rude manager, not that you're obliged to be nice, we recommend keeping your facial expression in check. What facial expression? So that your disgust is not visible to him. Sometimes use a cynical language, but he can still be reasoned with. You can get around him. You can get around him without much difficulty, as long as you learn the knack of it. Sure.
양반이 모아
Oh, okay, no, there's no order.
이제부터 우리한테
Greg,
엄청난
Greg.
돈을 가져다 줄 사람한테.
Oh, yeah?
그래?
This is Rodion. What's that about?
양반보다는 단테. 이름으로 부를게.
I
당신도 나를 로제라고 불러.
don't have another name or a last name. I could call you Rhodia. Okay, and that's what's written on her like name tag here. Interesting casino background here. For Gregor's, I didn't get a look, but that's interesting. It's also written Rodion on her coat. Let's see. Rodion. Akon. I'm sure that means something. The unfortunate traits of being a backstreet's born are apparent in this sinner. She loves money, gambling, and betting. Okay, so that's what's with the background. But it's advised to pay close attention to her as the manager. And is to deflect orders with an unimpressive wink or a silly joke. We recommend taking a stern stance at times to remind her that you are her superior. Her mood may be down at regular intervals. There's nothing you can do to aid her in that state, so we recommend waiting for it to pass.
난
Okay.
당신이 우리의 관리자가 된 데 이유가 있다고 믿어.
Oh yeah?
분명 원래는 둥지에 굉장한 사람이었겠지.
It must
그때
have,
버릇을
right?
조금만
Must have been.
내비쳐도 우리한테 돈이 주르륵 들어올 생각을 하니?
Diaz loves money. Sure, as an extrovert, I'll give her that.
아차, 내 정신 좀 봐. 예, 다음은 네 차례야.
Here, let's see it.
안녕하세요.
Oh, Sinclair. Sinner number 11. Despite his number here saying seemingly 181? Unless it's 1. It's supposed to be like 1x1, 11. Sinclair.
아, 시시해.
Shout out
그게 끝이야?
Sinclair cookies. I think that's what they're called.
싱클레어라고
Okay, great. Ooh, interesting forest behind him. Cool. Even with the volatile nature of human growth around his age, taken into consideration, this sinner seems to get particularly startled or frown when spoken to. He isn't used to real combat at the moment, meaning that he may struggle to keep himself together at the sight of something as mild as split innards at first. Spilt innards. As there may be those with violent tendencies among your crew, we recommend taking an approach focused on positive reinforcement with the sinner. He appears to possess a murder. Why are they sinners anyway? That's such a interesting title that they all have. Huh? He appears to possess a murderous gaze that he himself isn't aware of. This is a hopeful sign that he has the potential to grow into an expert of our company's profession with the right stimuli. Huh? Emil, by the way, written on his coat here, Emil Sinclair. Sinclair might just be his last name then. This boy looks awfully unnerved. Did he even join this company of his own accord? That's a good question.
더 해야 할 말이 있나요? 회사는
For his corporate job.
처음이라.
Well, welcome to the big
뭐,
leagues, bud.
앞으로 남은 날은 많을 테니까. 그럼 거기 괴짜 친구가 다음 타자
Dirty
하자.
pal.
이상이라.
He's sung. Number 1. Very interesting. Ooh. Like a laboratory in the back here. Oh, I can't read this. I assume this little, like, other language word that's been on all of their introductory cards is just simply, like, I assume it's like their native language or something, because, like, clearly these names are not all from, like, the same area of the world, which would be cool. Anyways, you, sir, are formerly the youngest chief researcher at the Redacted Wing. The Sinner possesses higher intelligence compared to most others. We estimate that everyday connection with the Sinner will prove difficult for managers selected by our current screening process. Unfortunate. Avoiding communication altogether will pose a risk on its own, however. If the sinner remains silent for a long time, it means he is currently processing a line of deliberate thought. We recommend patiently waiting for him. Very interesting. That's it? No smoking me. Man, this is even less than Sinclair. I waited for him to see if he was being witty or something, but he just stared vacantly out the window, disinterested. You, Ishmael. She's so much hair. She's so orange. Number 8.
저를 이스마일이라고 불러주세요.
Alright, sure. Also, I'm pretty sure she's the first one who doesn't have like a long coat, like it's torn here. You can see. Let's see. Oh, speaking of Moby Dick, it's you can actually see it back here. So I guess I kind of am spoiled on that, but that's whatever, you know. Here's say. And she has a compass in the background, like as a little symbol back here. That's crazy. Anyways, Ishmael. He may be. It's Ishmael. Ishmael.
What's this biblical name? I'm subscribing. Ishmael. Pretty straightforward once you know.
Yeah. Okay, Ishmael, sure. You may be disheartened by the defective state of many of your sinners, no. But do not worry, this sinner is one of the few who can carry out most missions without much complaint. He's likely to make reasonable judgments, so it's a good idea to start conversations while looking her way if you're seeking sound advice. However, you mustn't forget, this sinner has survived an absurd voyage in a far and wide body of water. Whoa. So I guess that's from, whoa. Well, never mind. I was gonna say she's from outside the city, and then I just realized I don't know if this game's gonna take place in the city, but they showed a map in the loading screen, so I assume it is. Weird. So she's from not the city. Her patience may run deep, but once you take a wrong turn with her, it'll be a difficult task to regain her trust. Okay.
당신 덕택에 동강난 몸이 돌아왔다고 들었어요.
Yep.
앞으로도 잘 부탁해요.
She's got like a trash can lid as a shield. Gave a polite bow before returning to her seat. Someone who emphasized not being a misfit. She didn't feel like the most amicable sort.
미안하게 됐네. 나는 사회생활하고는 거리가 좀 멀어서.
Yeah. Mr. Angry Man.
멋대로 부수고 깨부수는 일은 전문으로 하고
property and
다녔지.
people alike, huh? Sinner number 7. Ooh. Look at this background. It's and a symbol back here, like lightning. I don't even know what this is. Like purple grass, purple water. I don't know. Oh, it just says revenge. Great. The sinner prefers to take action rather than wait for logic to dictate his course. I can't read that. His thoughts and feelings are blatantly visible in his demeanor, and he has no intention of hiding them. His brashness may cause headaches or physical injury leading to a headache in the process of forming a relationship. Great. Please do note that this is not an indication of serious damage to the sinner's thought process. He's just like that. If his fit of rage persists, please contact the Human Resources Department. Do we have that? Once you realize that he's the type that tends to be simple-minded, you'll have an easier time handling him. Or...
누가 시켜서가 아니라 거슬리는 것들에게 하고 다니긴 했지만.
Great, sure. I do like how these little like introductory blurbs about the characters are literally written as if you're like, you're like coming in as a new manager and you're like just getting an overview of them from like, I don't know, the department or whatever, from your boss.
당신도 조심하라고.
Alright.
나는 윗사람이라고 거들먹거리는 사람한테 할 일이.
Dude, that's literally my job. I don't think I've done anything to give that impression yet. Oh, Don Quixote? Oh, you're the one who was like, thou art thou. How's this? Sueño? Impossible. Sinner number 3. Really interesting name. I've seen this character before. She's kind of like the I feel like she's kind of like one of the more popular characters actually. This is Don Quixote. Okay, sure. Here that it says like N3, ND3. It might just be NO3. This is NO3 actually. What am I talking about? All right. Oh wow, God. Sueño, I think it is. Because it has a little line over it. Impossible. I don't know how to say that. Weird like circus in the background here. Give me 8 o'clock circus vibes though. I'm sure it's not related. There is no sinner that can outmatch this one's level of passion if we were to measure it. An avid aficionada of all things Fixer. She adorns herself with a variety of Fixer-related merchandise. I can see. They won't affect her performance in combat one way or another, so there's no need for you to restrict her from keeping her decorations. She's deeply immersed in the role of a righteous fixer, hence the exaggerated mannerisms akin to those of an actor. Such a thing ever existed, really? It's advised to play along with her for a smooth mission. Wait, she's fun! And very much in line with the, because obviously she's named after, like, the book character in Don Quixote, right? And like, his whole thing, I believe I haven't read it, is like, oh, I'm gonna go out and be this great hero, except he's just like a fraud and dumb the entire time. So it's like sort of in line with this thing. Work for the dream side by side with thee. 'Tis a pleasure. Okay, yeah, she's fun. Yeah, and she's definitely got one of like the more distinct outfits, right? Because of all of her like fixer merchandise. You have, like, we can't read most of these. This is. Wait a minute. I recognize that one. Is that the Purple Tears logo? Like from Library of Ruina. Let me double check that. I mean, I guess she is like a great she is a great color fixer, right? It totally is. Look at that. The I'll put a picture on screen, of course. Yeah, she's got like a little purple tear like pin. That's so cute. I wonder if there's any other like color badges here like this orange one here really stands out to me. I don't know if there's like an orange or something. This kind of looks like a paw print almost. Okay, very cool. Fixer definitely feels like a term I used to know. Don't worry, you'll get caught up, I'm sure. Okay, let's hear it. The protectors of the city, huh? I just keep looking at her outfit. Like, this cat's interesting, right? This cat looks like something. It's just a cool little detail. Brief introductions. I mean, Dante is gonna have to figure out what her fixer is eventually. Oh my god, she's so short, by the way. Hello. Center number 6. Okay. Cool, like iridescent, like a gate behind him. What the heck? And obviously I can't read this, but it's Chinese. A sinner who has lived an affluent life before becoming our company's asset. Okay, as such, he has a certain admiration for a free life, but occasionally he may make ignorant and unsavory questions in regards to the food cooked by a certain other sinner, or other. I wonder who that is. By a certain other sinner, or other aspects of the low lives of this lowly culture. This can cause significant irritation for the other sinners. However, it is important to note that no sarcastic undertones are contained in his curiosity-driven inquiries, but it is ill-advised to let them get physical. Yeah, he just doesn't know. He's naive.
그 머리 근사한데요? 요새 유행하는 모델인가 보죠?
I wouldn't be so sure about that. No, this isn't the kind of.
제 취향은.
Nah, your cup of tea. Okay. Yeah, you know, you do you, man.
무슨 말싸가지야?
Heathcliff looked to be just moments away from swinging his bat. When he noticed the red gaze laid on him, he grunted and sat himself back down.
Ryoshu.
Sinner number 4. We saw you earlier. That's why you've just got a massive sword. Oh my god. Ooh. Weird background here. It's like a lot of I was thinking this one here looked like a mask, and this is a hat, obviously. This is like a contract almost. It has like a seal. I couldn't tell you what this is. I can't read this. As they say, every person has their own creed, and is only right to respect it as the executive manager. But with some creeds, you will have difficulty even simply pretending to sympathize. Oh my god. You will have noticed that the sinner in question is a silent chain smoker whose eyes shine with a euphoric gleam only during battle. Great. She believes that senselessly destroying the enemy's heads is an uncultured act and a step backward for art. So she wants to like make the pain last as long as possible. Caution: this sinner's background is one that even our company may have trouble handling. It's advised against making her breed personal resentment towards you. Weird, okay. I guess she's got a mysterious origin, mysterious backstory then, perhaps. Sure is nice to meet you. That was so interesting, by the way. Sure. I don't know if this is supposed to be a word, like a non-English word, but if it is supposed to be like sure in English, it is really cool. I hope it's her it's her unique typing quirk that she speaks with certain like unique characters. That'd be cool. When was I supposed to laugh? Whoa.
그렇게 불러주시겠습니까?
Sorry, what? Sorry, say sinner number 5. How do you say that? Marisol? I'm gonna go Marisol. The T's probably silent. Marisol is referred to me as such. Oh, he's got the mechanical hands. It might just be Gauntlet. Whoa, N Corp. Okay. Solid. Whoa! Why is it so small? Why is it so short? Interesting. I wonder if he. I assume it's N Corp, right? What other building would have a massive N on it? Yeah, I guess he used to work here. Mersal wants clear and concise commands requiring no judgment on his part. Solil. You're polite.
특별한 것이 아닙니다. 그저 보통의 태도입니다.
Okay. Very straight to the point. I'm almost touched. Thanks.
네.
Felt as though something was gravely amiss with him, but I couldn't quite tell what. Otis? I hope I'm saying that right. The way she scanned me up and down was a little daunting. You? I felt almost compelled to bow to her, but she stopped me with a motion of her hand.
관리자님이 먼저 자세를 굽히려 하다니 당치도 않습니다.
Weird. She's got aura.
이전에 신뢰했던 부분을 사과드리고 싶습니다.
Number 12, by the way. So, assuming 13 is the highest, I guess she's the second to most, at least. How are you guys organized anyway? Okay. Whoa, a battlefield. Oh, this is also hard to read. Oh, and it also just says Otis doesn't sound right, so I'm just gonna go Otis. Wow, I can't read this. Oh my god, I don't know what language this is. It's like not Nordic, but I have no idea. This sinner could serve as an excellent advisor depending on your capability. However, she also has a meddlesome tendency, so it's recommended to keep her satisfied with short replies of agreement. She's an expert when it comes to tactics and various pearls of wisdom about life, making her advice all the more valuable for your mission. In addition, she possesses a vast knowledge of workshop technologies. Okay. I wonder if her sword is from like a special workshop then. You can trust her with simple repairs of the bus. Okay. Notice, unlike the other sinners, accessing records pertaining to the past of the sinner is not permitted. Weird. Okay. Warning, keep an eye on the sinner and beware that she does not exercise her cunning intellect for purposes other than completing our company's mission. Ooh, okay, so she's got an ulterior motive, huh? Okay. Rudeness. Whoa, oh my god, she's... Dude, this sprite, yeah, she sure does got an ulterior motive. We'll have to discover at some point. What?
인간의 대부분은 서로가 맞붙어 소음과 마찰을 이끌어내지만 그중 소수는 맞붙는 것으로 서로에게 이득이 되는 경우가 있다고 합니다. 검을 날카롭게 벼리기 위해서 그만큼 강한 숫돌이 필요한 것처럼 누구보다 관리자님을 위해 헌신하겠습니다. 편히 써주시기를.
Okay. That's reassuring. Thanks. I gave her an approving nod, even though I didn't get what she meant by her rudeness.
아까 숲에서는 불쌍하게 나뒹군다고 말하더니 잘도 그런 말을 성대 밖으로 꺼낼 수 있네요.
Yeah, that's true. You did call me that. I think I get it now. Of course, I forgot about that. A little fast. You're the last one, okay. Limbus. I guess she's... I mean, that makes sense, right? She's probably the one who, like, established this thing. She's the leader. Oh yeah, here. Walpurgisnacht. Or... Walpurgisnacht, I guess, like, it's German, right? So it would be Walpurgisnacht. I don't know. Which I believe is just like witching hour, witch's night, or whatever. the sinner who developed the engine of Mephistopheles, the bus operated by Limbus Company. No way. She claims that there is no one in the city who could rival her library of knowledge and wisdom, and she isn't necessarily wrong. You might find her high and mighty attitude when she allows you to converse with her displeasing, but as seen with how she treats everyone with subtle gestures of arrogance, there's no hope of her parting with it ever. We recommend simply nodding in one and getting over it. Even though she has an unparalleled genius, we can't quite figure out how to use this one. Perhaps you could be the one to find out. Interesting. Wait, she kind of is a doctor, or like, or she's not a doctor. I think, because her name's in reference to like Dr. Faust, or I think the original story might just be called Faust, not Doctor. I think Dr. Faust might be like a retelling or an adaptation later on. But I think the original Faust story is where like there's this man, he's like a let me look it up. I think he like sells his soul to the devil to gain wisdom or something. Hang on. Oh, and he's German, of course, so she is like German. She's German, I guess, as well. Or like German inspired. Here we go. The erudite Faust is highly successful yet dissatisfied with his life, which leads him to make a deal with the devil at a crossroads, exchanging his soul for unlimited knowledge and worldly pleasures. Yes. Yeah, and I guess that probably, I wonder if she made some sort of like weird deal then. Right, because if she's supposed to be like super smart, then I wonder if that's if there's more to that. Interesting. I wonder how many of them are, because obviously, yeah, like I said, I can look into this. I can go into this now. Hang on. 1 second, because obviously Oh, okay. Hang on. Let's see. Because obviously, like Ishmael is the Moby Dick, is the protagonist of Moby Dick. So I wonder if they're all, and we have Don Quixote, right? So I wonder if they're all named after like characters or something. Let's see. I don't know. Just like looking at her name, or not her name. No, looking up Ishmael just now. I actually. It seems to be a it's like it's a Bible name, which is kind of interesting. I'm not gonna go into this right now though. I'm just gonna look at the Moby Dick one. Hang on, I've got this. So you can see. Okay, cool. So yeah, Ishmael is, I don't know, the biblical name Ishmael has come to symbolize orphans, exiles, and social outcasts by oh, okay, that might be something. By contrast with his eponym of the book of Genesis, who is banished into the desert, Melville's Ishmael wanders upon the sea. Each Ishmael, however, experiences a miraculous rescue in the Bible from thirst and the novel from drowning. He's open to change. This is kind of like a summary of his character. Maybe I'm thinking too much about this. Yeah, I don't know. Hang on, let me look into Don Quixote, because I don't really Don Quixote Limbus came up. Do you see that? Let's see. Yeah, he's from the ingenious gentleman Don Quixote of La Mancha. Wow, the first modern novel. I didn't know that. The best novel of all time. What the heck? Most translated books in the world. What the heck? I did not. One of the best-selling novels of all time. I did not know it had motion like that. Okay, here we go. The plot revolves around the adventure of a member of Los Nobility, Hidalgo. Sure. From La Mancha, named Alonso. Keanu, is it? Reads so many chivalric romances that he decides to become a knight errant to revive chivalry and serve his nation under the name Don Quixote de la Mancha. He recruits as his squire simplistic farm laborer Sancho Panza, who brings an earthly wit to Don Quixote's lofty rhetoric. Right, yeah. So like Don Quixote's like the silly one. I don't know what it's called. And Sancho is the straight man, I guess. In the first part of it, he does not see the world for what it is and prefers to imagine that he's living out a knightly story meant for the annals of time. I feel like that kind of ties in with the the Don Quixote in this game. Sort of again, I could just be like looking too much into it, but like her whole thing about like, oh, I idolize fixers, I'm gonna become a fixer type of thing. I wonder if other characters, who is there? I don't know, most of them don't have as distinct names as, oh, there's a Meursault. Oh, from Limbus Company. Yeah, I don't think it's that. Ah, okay, here we go. Mayor Saul is the protagonist of The Stranger. I know I know the name The Stranger. I don't know what it's about. Oh, here we go. It follows Mayor Saul, an indifferent settler in French Algiers. Oh, he's French. Okay. Weeks after his mother's funeral, kills an unnamed Arab man in Algiers. The story is divided into two parts, presenting Mayor Saul's first-person narrative before and after the killing. So immediately, I'm suspicious of him. I'm a little wary of him in game. I guess they're all named after. Okay, let's try Otis. Let's try Otis. The pseudonym used by Odysseus. Wait, it really? It means nobody or no one. It's a pseudonym that appeared famously in classical Greek legends. Modern artists, writers, and others in public life have adopted the use of a pseudonym in order to hide their identity, and it's been used for fictional characters as well. Okay, and most famously, I guess used by Odysseus in what is it, the Odyssey, right? And he replied that he was Otis when the Cyclops last asked his name, you know, which means nobody, which makes sense. Oh yeah, I remember, dude, I remember this actually, yeah. Oh, when I was really into Greek mythology. Yeah. When he attacked the Cyclops, he was like, nobody's trying to kill me. Nobody's trying to, like, Otis. It means nobody is trying to kill me. Ah. Okay, that's interesting. And we sort of like I mentioned, right? Like Otis here seems to like have some sort of like weird ulterior motive. So most likely her name is a pseudonym, right? It's not her real name. It's very suspicious. Here's Mayor Saul, Ryoshu. This is fun, okay. Ryoshu. From Hellscreen, named after Yoshihide. Let's see, Hellscreen is narrated by a mostly uninvolved servant who witnesses or hears of the events. The plot of Hellscreen centers on the artist Yoshihide. Yoshihide is considered the greatest painter in the land. Is often commissioned to create works for the Lord of Horikawa, who employs Yoshihide's daughter in this mansion, is rumored to be taking her as his mistress. Yoshihide is instructed to create a folding screen depicting the Buddhist hell. Okay, interesting. He proceeds to inflict tortures upon his apprentices so that he can see what he's trying to paint. Supernatural forces seem to be present. And Ryoshu loves torture, right? She doesn't want to kill people too fast or whatever. Okay, yeah. See. Let's watch his daughter and Mogi rushes to be with the ones. The Mogi who rushes to be with her are the ones who burn. The story ends with a magnificently horrible screen completed. Yoshi's suicide by hanging. I'm sorry. Is this the right story? Why is she's named after Yoshihide? Oh, an alternate reading of the name. Master artist whose obsession with his art leads to personal tragedy. Weird, I guess. Obviously, I don't know anything about her yet, but I can already see the influences, like with the whole like inflict torture upon his apprentices when trying to paint, like the whole like torture bit. This whole second half though is really interesting. I wonder if that's gonna tie in at all. Really curious to see what are these other characters. I guess there's like well, there's Gregor. I feel like that's a very nondescript name. Unless he's named after like Conor McGregor. Oh wait, sorry. No way. Wait, of course, dude. Oh my god, I've read the Metamorphosis. Dude, the Metamorphosis is about a man named Gregor Samsa who turns into a bug. What am I doing? Of course, Gregor, the Limbus Company Gregor he turns into a bug. Oh. Sorry, I need to calm down. I'm almost like upset that I didn't catch that. Of course, yeah, he's named after Gregor Samsa. Yeah, I've read the Metamorphosis. I can't believe I didn't get that. And Gregor's whole thing, it has been a while since I've read it, so bear with me. Is it Gregor's whole thing, Gregor Samsa, is that like, I think he's like this like boring, working class man, and then suddenly he wakes up to be a bug, and it's like, whoa, and people are like, I can't believe you've turned into like this massive human-sized insect. And it's sort of like, what, the struggles of like him now having to live life as with this insect, or like as this insect. So I wonder if that's like gonna like tie into his story. Maybe it's gonna be like facing social rejection or something. That's interesting though. Who else is there? Oh, Sinclair. There's Sinclair. I'm gonna try not to get spoiled, but I'm gonna click on this link. Yes, here we go. Demian, the story of Emile Sinclair's youth. Is it this one? I guess it must be. Ah, here we go, Demian. Okay, so he's named after the author. Oh, of course, Emile Sinclair. That's what's written on his coat. That's, yeah, Emile. Oh, written by Hermann Hesse. Yeah, and he wrote Demian. Demian is a Bildungsroman. Oh, Demian was first published under the pseudonym of Emile Sinclair. Okay. The name of the narrator of the story, but Hesse was later revealed to be the author. Let's see, Emile Sinclair is a young boy raised in a middle-class home amidst what is described as a Scheinwelt. Wait. Yeah, Scheinwelt. A composite word meaning world of illusions whose entire existence can be summarized as a struggle between two worlds. The show world of illusion related to the Hindu concept of Maya, and the real world, the world of spiritual truth. See Plato's cave and dualism. The story's turning point occurs when he meets the mysterious youth Max Demian. Demian reinterprets the biblical story of Cain and Abel in a completely new way, viewing Cain as a fearless strong man rather than an evil one. This subversion of existing values profoundly shakes Sinclair's worldview, sort of like, yeah, Plato's cave-esque. And begins his journey of self-discovery. Under Demian's influence, Sinclair starts to realize that this world doesn't just have a bright side, there's also a real world. To find his own way, he must abandon all his guides. Interesting. And in Limbus here, right, I can totally see that journey for him, because the plot seems to be about, yeah, it's like this naive boy who, like, you know, doesn't really know anything. He's in this fake world, so to say, and then he has to sort of learn and go through this journey almost of like discovering the real world, what the world's really like, and sort of like, you know, realize himself as well, or like who he is, I guess. And I could totally see Sinclair in this game, doing a similar thing, right? Like go through this, you know, sort of overcome his shyness, almost his timidness, and I guess like find that killing tendency that the little paragraph mentioned about him. I can actually just use this. Oh, of course, Dante and Virgil. I made a joke about that, but of course they're, yeah, Dante, the main character, and Virgilius, I'm sure, are named after Dante and Virgil from the Divine Comedy. Apparently Crime and Punishment is one of these guys' influences. Oh, I completely forgot about Rodion. Okay, yeah, Crime and Punishment. Here we go. Crime and Punishment follows the mental anguish and moral dilemmas of Rodion, Raskolnikov, an impoverished former law student in St. Petersburg who plans to kill an unscrupulous pawnbroker. An old woman who stores money valuable objects in her flat. The Rodion in this game loves money, right? Theorizes that with the money he could liberate himself from poverty and go on to perform great deeds. Okay. And seeks to convince himself that certain crimes are justifiable if they're committed in order to remove obstacles to the higher goals of extraordinary man. What the heck? Once the deal is done, however, he finds himself racked with confusion, paranoia, and disgust. His theoretical justifications lose all their power as he struggles with guilt and horror and is confronted with both internal and external consequences of his deed. I mean, immediately, first off, the Rodion in this game doesn't really seem, like the same. I'm sure she is once we get to know her character more, but at the moment the only thing that she sort of seems to exhibit is the whole like obsessed with money thing that this Mr. Raskolnikov seems to have. Wuthering Heights. Oh, Heathcliff is from Wuthering Heights. Okay. I completely forgot about Heathcliff as well. Let's see. Okay, he's often regarded as an archetype of the Byronic hero. Okay, or the tortured anti-hero whose all-consuming rage, jealousy, and anger destroys both him and those around him. He's better known for being a romantic hero due to his youthful love for Catherine Earnshaw, than for his final years of vengeance. That's what's written on his bat, revenge, in the second half of the novel. Okay. And I assume the Limbus one is currently in the second half phase. I'm sure his backstory is, you know, he was like in love. Sort of like I'm not gonna try to spoil Library of Ruina too much, but sort of like a character in Library of Ruina, you know, sort of like, oh, maybe he was like in love with somebody, but now the person he was in love with died, and now he's trying to get revenge or whatever. And that's why he joined the company, I guess. During which he grows into a bitter, haunted man, and for a number of incidents in his early life that suggest he was an upset and sometimes malicious individual from the beginning. His complicated, mesmerizing, absorbing, and altogether bizarre nature makes him a rare character, incorporating elements of both the hero and villain. Okay, so I feel like this one's pretty cut and dry. I understand. Dreams of the Red Chamber. What is this? Is this supposed to be? Honolulu? Okay, sure. Let's see. Dream of the Red Chamber. Or the Story of the Stone. Let's see. In the novel's frame story, a sentient stone left over when the goddess Nua rented the heavens eons ago must enjoy the pleasures of the red dust in the mundane world. The stone begins the stone begs a Taoist priest and a Buddhist monk to take it with them to see the world. The stone, along with companion and Chang'an versions, emerge with the same character. Then given a chance to learn from human existence, enters the mortal realm. The Chang'an version, or Chang'an, is reborn as Xiao Jia Bayu, a precious jade. That's the story. Stone. Novelty provides a detailed episodic record of life in the two branches of the wealthy aristocratic Jia and the Rongwu. I'm pronouncing it correctly. The Rongwu house and the Ningwu house, who reside in large adjacent family compounds in the capital. Okay. Well, now we're getting there. Because Honolulu, his whole thing is like, you know, he was born to a wealthy family. And he's sort of like naive about lower society, I guess, or not high society. Oh, as the carefree adolescent, male heir of a family, Bayu, which I assume is maybe Honolulu, in his life a special bond with a sickly and melancholic cousin, Lin Dayu. There's his love of music and poetry. Bayu, however, is predestined to marry another cousin. Oh no, Sui Baochai. Whose grace and intelligence exemplify an ideal woman, but with whom he lacks an emotional connection. Romantic rivalry and friendship among the three characters against the backdrop of the family's declining fortunes form the central story. Okay, I'll be honest, I didn't get much of this, but if we're gonna tie Honolulu in Limbus' story to this, I guess he's gonna have, you know, he needs a Lin Dayu in his backstory somewhere. I don't know. Anyways, Le Stranger, which is the Stranger, Hellscream, Don Quixote, Faust, The Wings. What is The Wings? Oh, Isang. Novel? It's a seminal 1936 Korean modernist short story by Isang exploring themes of... Hang on. Sorry, I just... Faust, you're sinner number 2. Don Quixote is sinner number 3. Isang is sinner number 1, right? That kind of lines up with the, God, if this is somebody's first exposure to the game, they're not going to know what I'm talking about. But I wonder if all the characters align with the different, associations then, right? Because there's Hana, right? There's Hana association, which means number 1 in Korean. And, Isang is Korean, or is like from Korean literature. There's Zwei, which means 2 in German. Faust is sinner number 2. There's Tres, which is 3 in Spanish, and Don Quixote is Spanish as well. I'll keep a lookout. I'll keep a lookout for the others. The other ones we know are I don't know, man. Oh, there's right. There's She, which is number 4. Ryoshu, right? Right. Where's the log? Ryoshu is number 4, isn't she? Right? She's Japanese. She is Japanese. After that was 5. I believe 5 was Sync, right? Which would be Mersal. So he must be number 5. After that was Liu. I believe Liu is 6. Yes, that's it. And Honglu is sinner number 6. After that is 7. I don't know who's 7. Maybe Heathcliff. I think it must be Heathcliff. After that would be... I don't know these other ones though. There was like one mention of the 10th association, I think. I'll have to go back to it, but that's so cool. I'm sure this is like common knowledge, but like, that's so cool. Yeah, they're like the associations. I wonder if like each of them are, no. I was gonna say, I wonder if each of them are from an association then, but no, like it was straight up told to us that at least Rodian, and I'm sure many others, are from the back streets. That's really cool then, that's really interesting. Anyways, what is The Wings about? It's by Isang, which is interesting. Doesn't seem to be about him though. I guess he's just the author. Yeah, I guess like we're going sort of like Bungo Stray Dog style, just like naming him after the author instead of the character. Also interesting that it's called The Wings, I should mention. And he is number 1, you know, the big one, Isang is. Have you ever seen a Stuff to Genius? I feel like I have heard this actually before. That's interesting. It explores themes of alienation, anxiety, and self-destruction. Yeah, this wiki page here mentioned ego destruction specifically. Through an unnamed narrator. Okay, unnamed narrator, so that's why they named him after the author. Confined with his prostitute rural life during the Japanese occupation. His own first experimental style, unreliable narrator, and psychological depth, often compared to The Metamorphosis, is considered a key work in Korean literature that critiques modernity and colonialism. And I believe that's it. That is all 14 sinners, right? Shout out to Seedy Stardust for this list. Really cool stuff. I don't know how much of that I'm gonna cut out, because a lot of that I'm sure was pointless rambling, but really cool. That I always I'm so pumped. It's like how like Roland in Library of Ruina, right? He's named after Roland, or Orlando can be read as in you know, he's like one of the 12 paladins of Charlemagne. Like that's so, I just love it when a story sort of ties real world influences like into it. That's so cool. Anyway, sorry, you're talking about yourself. Sorry, Faust. Back to you.
납득하지 못한 듯한 반응이군요, 단테.
No, I believe you.
경험을 통해 차차 이해할 수 있을 거예요.
Alright. Learn what?
파우스트가 진귀한 천재였다는 사실을 말해요.
Great, thanks, Faust. Okay, hang on, I could switch back here. There we go.
관측자가 깨닫지 못한다 하여
Our
사실이
proverbial
진실이
tree
되는 일은
falls. Impact on the
없으니까요.
ground is a given fact. The observer's failure to perceive it has nothing to do with the truth of the matter, indeed. Okay.
소개는
Okay.
여기까지.
I thought I was done. I need to look into Virgil and Dante. I don't know, man. Dante's just like a guy who goes to hell. I don't know who Virgil is. I just know he's the guy from Devil May Cry. Okay, so Virgil is the ancient Roman poet who serves as Dante. Hang on, let me switch so you can see. Is an ancient Roman poet who serves as Dante's guide through hell. Okay. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, this guy's a guide because he's the guide of Dante, who's me, through hell. And why is Dante going through hell anyways? I guess he's going through hell just because he is. Great. But yeah, obviously these guys are named after Dante's Inferno.
단테. 당신의 직무를 알려드리죠.
Okay. Do you mean as the manager?
관리자를 말하는 거냐고 묻고 있어요.
Alright, he can't. Oh, weird that he's not a sinner. Yeah, he's just the guide. Come to think of it, man with red eyes couldn't hear me, unlike the sinners.
맞습니다. 관리자 단테.
Executive manager.
이 12의 수감자와 함께
Whoa!
지옥을 지행하게 될 것입니다.
Yeah, Dante's Inferno. You will embark on a trip to the Inferno of the 12 sinners who have just introduced themselves. The Inferno. Well, why should I go to hell?
자신이 지옥으로 가야 하는 이유를 묻네요.
Inferno. What is that?
지옥의 끝에
Pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. What the heck?
있으니까 그렇게 말하면 되겠습니까?
Well, what's the treasure? I don't. You mean I used to be a treasure hunter or something?
아예 알아듣지 못하는군요.
이해를 요구한 건 아닙니다, 단테.
Oh yeah, I'm being forced to do this.
그런 것도 아니죠.
Unfortunate.
기억과 머리를 되찾고 싶다면 제
True.
말을 들어야 할 겁니다.
Do I want the original head though? Is that, you know, that's the question. I mean, I do want them back.
미적거리네요.
파우스트 씨, 단테가 계속해서 거부하면 우린 어떻게 되는 거지?
Yeah, and it's weird how like
거부할 거란
they've like
예상은
anticipated so
없었잖아.
much of this, or at least anticipated, you know, Dante coming in and being their manager specifically.
무슨 말씀을? 파우스트는 모든 것을 예상한답니다.
Are you sure?
단테, 모든 임무를 마치고 나면 당신은 성위를 새길 수 있을 거예요.
You'll be able to engrave the aspect.
제가 보증하죠.
Oh, why does that sound familiar? I feel like that was mentioned at least once. Something to do with engraving aspects in Library of Ruina. I don't remember what that means though. Aspect, a word that pierces through my mind. Though my memories are gone, my instincts respond strongly to it. I buy those instincts. My choice.
보이죠? 고개를 끄덕이잖아요.
Okay, so unless it's supposed to be a mystery and I'm just making stuff up.
좋아, 계속 가면 되겠어. 그런데 카론.
Obviously Charon. Oh, and Charon's taking us to hell. That makes sense. Yeah, because she is the, or, you know, Charon in Greek mythology, blah, blah, blah. Everybody knows who Charon is. He's the guy who, like, rows you across the rivers and stuff.
버스 기사는 졸음 쉼터에서만 졸아.
Verg.
메피 앞에 이상한 놈들이 서성이고
Mephi?
있었어.
Really, who?
카론 말했잖아. 버스에 무슨 일이 생기면 곧바로 알려야 한다니까.
Mephi? Who's that?
메피스토펠레스. 버스의 이름이자
Mephistopheles is just like the devil, right? Mephistopheles! He's also known as Mephisto, is a demon featured in German folklore. Ooh, German. Originating as the chief devil of the Faust originating as the chief devil in the Faust legend. So she made Mephistopheles sort of like that's sort of her akin to her deal with Mephistopheles, huh? The devil from the Bible, except actually not.
그리고
And Faust's magnum
파우스트의 심혈을
opus
기울인
cordis.
역작이죠.
지옥을 순항하기에는 걸맞는 나룻배가 아닐 수 없지.
Ferry boat, huh?
그렇게 생각하지 않습니까?
I suppose so.
단테.
We're taking a bus named after the devil into hell. I wasn't sure what he was getting at, so I turned away to look through the window instead of giving him a reply.
보아하니 뒷골목에 기거하는
Oh,
익숙한
rats? Okay.
쥐새끼들이군.
But we can handle those. Are we getting an actual tutorial we can win?
마침 잘 됐습니다, 단테. 지휘를 연습하기는 더할 나위 없는 조건이군요.
단테, 처음 전투에서는
You sure did.
제대로
Maybe that's why we
설명할
lost.
시간이
Okay,
없었으니까.
fine. No, that's a good point.
하지만 그런 식으로만 전투가 이뤄지면 우리는 항상 도륙날 거고
True.
당신은 우리를 살리기 위해 의미 없는 고통을
Ah, of
느껴야만
course. Yeah. That's crazy. They could just revive, huh? In to revive you? You mean what happened earlier was?
네, 당신이 시계를
We're in the back
돌려주었기에
the clock.
우리는 살아나는 거라.
I guess like death is canon in this game as well. Huh?
당장 필요한 설명은 아닌 듯합니다, 파우스트 씨. 자잘한 담소는 나중에. 너희들 전원 하차.
전투에 대한 설명을 이어가죠.
Okay. The longer a clash goes on, the higher the victor's final damage. Huh? Okay. Whoa. Let's see. You can send every center into battle at once. Yes, but commanding so many personnel at once will not be an easy task. I can only hold like what, 5, 6, however many were in that past one. Therefore, I will inform you of the appropriate number of participants depending on the participants of each battle. Okay, sure. But it varies. For this occasion, 5 centers will make an appropriate force. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna say it after the screen is not dimmed anymore. Like 5 centers you'd like to deploy, select the lower half of each center's code to deploy them. Sure. Okay. Oh, cool. Okay, you're just not okay. Okay, I don't think the screen's gonna undim. Sorry. Sinclair's story is like it's about the real world and the real reality and the false reality, right? And his little portrait here is sort of depicting that, right? It's this like bright, happy side, and then like the cold, like more monochrome side here. So it's depicted there. Cool. Okay.
따라가겠어요.
네. 내가 필요해?
Sure. Like to battle to begin the encounter with the currently deployed centers. Sin cause. I have no idea. Oh, Evo. Oh, I guess. Sod support teams. Announcer Dante. Let's go.
빨리 끝내고 밥 먹으러 가자고.
Dude, he's so cool. I know. Wink face. Okay. Let's see. The 7-sided icons floating above all. The 7-sided icons floating above both the allies and enemies' heads are called skill slots. Sure, so it's their action. Because you haven't issued a command by chaining skills yet, the allies' skill slots are currently empty. Dude, this song's sick. Grab the chain from the left gear and chain it to one of these leftmost skills on the dashboard. Let's just do this one. Okay, does it matter? As you can see, the skill you just chained has been equipped to the skill slot, yes. Skill slots. Equipped skills are displayed on the skill slots floating above each center's head. When the combat phase begins, each center will engage in battle using the skills equipped in their skill slots. Yes. Drag from left to right on the dashboard to equip every center with one of the skills on respective columns. Here, let's just grab... These are the same attack, so... Actually, they're all the same attack. And they're all... Hang on, can I... Oh yeah, we can see who they're attacking, right? Let's see if there's any like extra information we can glean. No. So yeah, because this guy's trying to attack her, if you select a skill slot into her action, she's gonna clash. And because this guy's gonna attack him. They're gonna clash. Okay, cool. I wonder if there's redirecting in this game then, like in Library of Ruina. Alternate select a gear on the right to issue your command and symbol. Yes.
금방 다녀올게.
Ah, whoa, slow down. Oh my god. Okay, I guess we're all going at once, huh? Well, those were the visuals that I was asking for. Oh my god. Still don't know what these numbers mean. I wonder if it's like clashes one. Okay, I'll try to just like look at Ishmael. Oh, okay, nice. A clash occurs when the center and the target both use attack skills against each other. In a clash, their power is determined primarily by the skill they're using to clash. Okay, so I guess they have like a base power of 2 here, right? Because she's using loggerhead, she gains a +7, and this guy's using weak blow, so he's gaining a +2. Yeah, she has 1 coin and he has 2 coins, whatever that means. And this clash between 2 skills, the skill of the higher power wins, of course. And it's a blunt damage. Pay attention to the enemy's coins. When a skill loses a clash, it will lose a coin. Okay, so because loggerhead here, it has 1 coin, so she gets 1 roll of it. But here, weak blow has 2 coins, so he gets to roll it twice, I guess. So he's gonna hit her after this because she doesn't have an attack. Watch. Oh, never mind, it just gets recycled. It doesn't matter anyway, my bad. Sort of like a counter die, I guess, in Ruina. Even if a skill loses a clash, as long as it has remaining skill coins, the 2 skills will continue to flip their coins in a clash until one of them loses all coins. Okay. And if you're on the last one, it keeps recycling, like if you only have 1. Okay. Damn, that's like strong though, 9 power. The skill that lost all of its coins in this clash will conclusively lose the clash. That means that the unit that won the clash gets to attack, while the unit that lost does not. Oh, interesting. Okay, so you don't attack each other during a clash. A clash is the decider to actually who gets hit. So he hasn't gotten a hit yet, but now he is, because now he's going to, because he lost the clash. Watch. Yes. Okay. Inflict tremor, huh? Okay, and I guess everyone just goes at the same time. Kind of hard to see, but sure. See how power, which determines the outcome of a clash, is calculated. Oh. Okay, sure. So, okay, how is power calculated? 34? What is this 34 number, I wonder? Let's just run it. This number is the skill's base power before it flips any coins. This number is the skill's coin power. Oh, okay. So, and I assume whether you roll, flip a heads or tails, you get better power. Here you can see how many coins these skills have. The number of coins determines 2 things. 1, how many times the skill can lose a clash before losing all of its coins, and 2, how many times the skill... Oh, how many times the skill hits when it attacks. Okay, sure. Each coin that flipped heads will add the coin power of that... Oh, so they have a base coin power, but they also... So if she had 2 coins, yeah, each coin that flipped heads will add the coin power of that skill to the base power of that same skill. So loggerhead here, its base is 2, it has a coin power of 7. If it rolled heads, so it adds +7 to the 2. If it had 2 coins and they both rolled heads though, it would add +14 to the 2, so that would be 16 power. And this guy has a coin power of 2, and he rolled heads twice, so he has a 6. Okay, that makes sense. Final power calculation. The formula for a skill's final power is as follows. Formula for a skill's final power is as follows: base power plus number of coins to flipped heads. Yes. So see, base power 3, +4, all tails, and then +4 because 1, and then +8 because 2. Sure. Coins that flipped heads will glow, while the coins that flipped tails will appear dimmed. The resultant skill power is displayed here. Ishmael's loggerhead skill has the higher skill power, so the enemy skill loses a coin. Yes. And the power goes down with the coin, it looks like, as well. Oh wait, no, they just keep flipping coins after every attack, it looks like. As seen in this example, they will continue to clash until one of them has no more coins left to flip. The unit with remaining coins ultimately wins that clash. Remember, winning clash is one of the most fundamental aspects of winning battle, of course, because then you can actually deal damage that way. Listen, I think we won.
준비해줘,
Okay. Panic and overwhelmed. I guess status effect. Oh, poor guys. Hang on, can we... I'm trying to see if there's like a way to redirect, or if it's always the one with the highest number. Oh, now it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so yeah, it looks like the person with the highest number always is the one that like takes priority here. So because he has a 4, he's clashing with this guy, while she has a 2, so she's not clashing. Sure. Okay. Okay, it's interesting. It's interesting. Dang! Oh, that was the one-sided. Okay, makes sense. Victory, nice. Cool battle system. Pretty different from ravenous. I'm really excited to see what they do with it. Yeah, well, now that I could actually get a proper tutorial, well, I gotta wait safe for one though. Should we go after them?
놓친 적을 걱정하네요.
걱정할 건 없습니다. 마침 가야 할 길이었으니.
Oh, jeez, poor guys.
발판을 꽂고
Let's go.
신나는 기분으로 달릴게.
Pedal to the metal. And I'm sure as we see more like panels, these loading screens are gonna get updated. The synergy you have deployed in the last encounter will automatic. Oh, so this is like a two-act, two-phase battle, essentially. The synergy you have deployed in the last encounter will automatically be selected for the next, giving you the trouble selecting them again. Feel free to change them before entering the next battle. Okay, so... Oh, so do I just have access to all 12? Okay, well I can't change them. Okay, here we go. Let us learn about SP or sanity points. Oh, and if you run... Oh, this is... Okay, so this orb is sanity points. If you run out of sanity, then you become panicked or overwhelmed. Maybe both. Look like two separate status effects, though. SP has a maximum value of 45 and a minimum value of negative 45. Geez. Please note that the sinner's SP values can also be viewed here next to these orbs adjacent to the portrait icons on the dashboard. Please issue a command, and I assume these carry over from the last battle, right? So Faust, I guess, must have won more clashes, so she has 10 sanity, while this Isang, I guess, must have lost more clashes, so he has less sanity. And it appears that the order is actually determined by sanity here, which is really interesting. So Isang is number 5 now because he has the least amount, and Faust is number 1 because she has the most. Gloom Res. Is it because they're both blue skills that they're getting buffed here? Yeah, I think that's probably it, right? Yeah. I don't think it's because they're both slash skills. I think it's because they're both blue skills. So they have like synergy, or they buff each other, where they have like a gloom resistance shred or something. And here we have struggling and favored. So you can't really see the resistances by clicking on them, but these guys, or at least this guy right here, he seems to be resistant to slash damage, while this guy over here is weak to blunt damage. Okay. Nice. Deflect. Okay. Each unit's SP value changes based on certain triggers. They tend to heal SP with favorable triggers when clashes are killing enemies, and lose SP with unfavorable triggers. Okay, so it's essentially just their emotion points, or emotion coins. The higher the unit's SP value, the higher the chance for heads. Oh, when flipping skill coins. Oh, okay, that's really good. So it's sort of like snowballs, like the more clashes you win, the higher your SP is, and the higher your SP is, the more clashes you're likely to win. The allied units all won their respective clashes in the previous turn, which healed their SP. This put us in a favorable position. Please issue your next command. Okay. It goes like the same thing, top and bottom, so I'm just gonna... There we go.
행동을 개시합니다.
Please direct your attention to the unit's HP health points bar. This thin line here is called the stagger threshold. Oh, okay. So the stagger resist is just built into the health bar this time. He reached it, jeez. When a unit's HP drops below the stagger threshold line, they become staggered. And I assume that makes them... What? Does it just make them not attack? Take more damage? Staggered units cannot take any action. Take double the damage. Yes, yes, yes. Which puts them at a significant disadvantage in battle, so it's just a Library of Ruina stagger. Anyway, so this guy... I do wonder if there's like a redirect system, or if like... Oh, whoa! Unopposed. Wait. Oh, unopposed. Yeah, it's a one-sided. I'll do the purple one. No, I should stick with the blue one. Right? And then... Yes! Okay. So double blues are gloom res, double greens are... What is that, like, gluttony? Are we working like the 7 sins into this? And then it turns into a res when you use 3 of greens. Dominating is interesting. I guess dominating is like fatal resistances, kind of, and favored is just weak resistances, I guess. And these are unopposed. Sure, yeah, let's do that. Yeah, okay. Seems good. When I slide. Okay, you put the remaining enemies in panic. Okay, so when their sanity reaches -45. You have put the remaining enemies in panic states by defeating their allies in the previous turn, which dropped their SP. When an enemy's SP drops below a certain threshold, they may enter low morale or panic states, which inflict them with negative effects. Which is this thing right here. Units in low morale or panic states are marked by these labels. Panic, overwhelmed. Each unit gains different effects from entering low morale and panic states. Like, this icon learn what the effects this unit is suffering from. And it just does not act this turn. Okay. Also panic, but panic's not a status effect, so I guess it's just saying that. Now I can hit them. Unopposed. Unopposed. Ooh, I could try to do like a big blue synergy. Oh no, this is cyan, not blue. This is 2 glut res and... Oh yeah, pride res. Okay, so pride is blue. This deep blue. And lime green is gluttony. Okay, sure. I wonder what those mean. I assume different like types of resistances or like damage types are good against other enemies.
잠시만요.
Okay, what's up?
뭐죠? 저는 정체되지 않고 나아갈 수 있다는 말에 여기에 합류한 거예요.
Okay.
그런데 지금은 쥐새끼도 아니고 계속 의미 없는 폭력만.
의미가 없진 않소. 저들은 우리를 공격하는 악이지 않소.
True.
시끄러워요. 좀 조용히 좀 해봐요.
Damn.
아무튼 이런 용역 폭력단 같은 행동만 명령할 거라면 다른 일을 하는 것도 고민해봐야 할 것 같아요. 입사 계약서를 제대로 안 읽으셨나요?
Oh no.
회사는 허용될 수 없답니다.
Unlucky.
계약하면서 말한 이야기가 거짓말이라도 그 계약이 효력이 있을 거라 생각하는 건가요?
Whoa, what's the contract?
당연히 효력이 있죠. 애초에 거짓말은 없었으니까. 네?
That's what I'm saying.
설마 제가 메피스토 팰레스를 그저 운송만 하는 버스로 만들었을 것 같았나요?
And what is it for? Is it just like
배고프다.
to battle or?
울어.
Oh. We just get fueled by souls or something? Is that what we're doing? The bus gets hungry.
연료를 섭취할 때 생기는 부산물.
Ooh, yeah. We're definitely using souls to power the bus.
여러분은 그걸 통해 강해질 수 있어요.
Oh, okay. So like experience points, I
이상
guess.
씨는 잘 알고 계시겠죠?
Really?
거울 속에서 모든 가능성을 끄집어낸다.
There's this one when all possibilities are drawn from the mirror.
성장 또한 제약이 없어.
There's no limit to one's growth. What does that mean?
거울 속에 나는 나인가 아니면 또 다른 누구인가?
Possibilities. What exactly are you drawing out? Yeah, I guess this is the introduction to the leveling system. One of Mephistopheles' various functions is extraction. You can collect various identities and egos from... Oh, is this the gacha? This is the gacha. Now, hang on, let me have a look around. So this is user ID level. These are something. 60, I guess, is the energy, essentially. Lunacy is probably just the currency, like basic currency. Extract. Standard extraction. Oh no, sorry, lunacy is the premium currency. Okay. Target extraction, Isang. New identity, target extraction, House of Spiders, the Ring, Nurse Father, Honglu, the House of Spiders, the Ring Apprentice, Faust. Oh, it's the Ring. The Ring? Like the the syndicate? Like the finger? Welcome to orientation. Okay, so new managers welcome extraction. Sure, let's just do one for now. I'm sure this is scripted. Whoa. Oh, these are like the chains that shot into him. Whoa, these are like the chains. Oh my god. Is this... Okay. Hello card. Shit. Oh, she association stealth section 5. Ishmael. Okay, so it's like little we've acquired a new identity. Collecting new identities and ego will be collecting ego is interesting. I wonder if that's, yeah, I don't know, will be contributive to improving our combat performance. Now that it's returned to battle, battles can be accessed via the drive window. Inferno, okay. Weird that only E, H, D, J, K, and I are labeled here. That's interesting. Okay, so Refraction Railway, let's go Inferno. Oh, we're in D Corp right now, okay. 98401 Prologue. Selva Oscura. Ah, okay. World map. Possibilities. Clear within 10 turns. I can do that. It costs 0 energy. Select the top part of the center cards to swap them out for a different identity. Select Center Ishmael. Okay, edit team. From this menu, you may select one of the identities you have extracted to deploy them into battle. Please select the newly acquired identity for Ishmael. Okay. Identity. So it's like different like personas that they can sort of like exemplify, I guess. So this is like this one. It's She Association Stealth Section 5, right? So this one is like if it's sort of like if Ishmael worked in She Association Stealth Section 5 kind of thing. It works. Selecting identities appropriate for the particularities of each battle is a path to victory, and it's like the 2 battle button, sure.
목적지는 호기만소.
Identity is combat passive and support passive.
이런 걸 의미했던 건가요?
Okay.
너무 마음이 급할 필요는 없어요, 이스마엘. 버스가 향하면 자연히
시정잡배 같은 일보다 중요한 걸 맡게 될 거야.
Yeah, I'm sure.
목표에 도달하는 게 마음을 재촉하고 있겠지만 참아보라고.
Her goals. I don't think we were told her goals, right? Presumably freedom? No, not freedom. What is her goal?
거울 세계에 있는 우리들의 모든 가능성 중 하나를 끄집어내는 거니까. 기억이
Since this works by
조금 더
whisking out one of our
쉬워졌을 거예요.
limitless possibilities from the mirror worlds, it'll have overridden a part of our memories.
곧 익숙해질
What?
거예요. 뭐야? 그거 좀 위험해
It
보이는데.
it does. It sounds dangerous. What the?
이러다가 내가 아니게 되는 거 아니야?
Okay, so that's so interesting. Okay, so you sorry. What is the mirror world? What are the mirror worlds? I guess like Dante can access that. I wonder if it's like a sort of like a there's a character in Steel Ballroom like this. But I wonder if it's like if when Dante when he turns back the clock, if he's not literally reviving them, but he's like grabbing like different versions of them from like one of these mirror worlds and like bringing them into the main one so that they're essentially revived, I wonder. Because the mirror worlds to me sound like more like alternate realities, parallel universes, whatever. Yeah, ones with limitless possibilities, and Dante can reach into them and sort of like overwrite somebody's memories with them. Sort of like, yeah. And that person can like become stronger by embodying this new persona of theirs, essentially.
여러분은
That's really interesting. Okay. So yourself the ship enthusiast.
인격과 기억을 빌리기는 하겠지만.
Yeah, I guess it's just sort of like you're like using the power of the identity. You're not literally becoming that one. Retain control of your own existence. Sort of like in Library of Ruina, like how the librarians would just use the abnormalities, but they wouldn't get like consumed by them, kind of thing.
거울에 비추는 나는 사뭇 다를 수 있으나 거울 밖을 벗어나면 거울 속의 형체 또한 잃기에.
Okay.
저희가 어떻게 성장할지는 단테 씨에게 달렸어요.
Well, that and my luck.
거울 세계의 다양한 가능성을
What we
가장
have to do to
효과적인
decide which
타이밍에
event
더
possibility
쉬운
fits
의미를
each
하시게
situation best.
메타몰프시스를 말하는 건가?
Gregor comes in. Did you say metamorphosis?
일종의 탈퇴이자 변신이라 할 수 있죠.
어머? 그런 어려운 단어는 어디서 알았대?
No, she's stupid.
주워들었다. 이 사람 저 사람 많이 만나봐야 하는 일을 했었거든.
Oh yeah, your prior profession that we're not allowed to access records about. Oh, hi, Gregor. Transformation.
탐소는 끝났나? 일단 길부터 뚫자고. 어차피 지겨울 정도로 붙어 있을 테니 못한 말은 나중에.
Right. Let's think of filling modules to claim rewards after completing a mirror dungeon expedition, huh? Whoa, look at her! Okay. Yeah, she's yeah, she's in like the She Association drip. Oh, we have Ryoshu and Sinclair as well.
뭐야? 내가 보고 싶었던
Okay, what
거야?
are we? It's very huge character stats. No, wait, Genshin Impact. I mean, no, it's just the Hebrew alphabet. We have Zion, Tet, Yi, Wa, Aleph, I hope is how you pronounce that. This is where you view each character's basic stats. So 81 HP, 1 speed, 1 to 4 speed, 1 defense. She's fatal to pierce, just normal to blunt, and it's ineffective slash. And oh, these are the sins, I bet. So this is like wrath. This is lust. Well, we know this one's pride. No, this one's pride. This one's gluttony. Let's view this unit's list of skills and upgrade progress. Yeah, okay. So HP at 12, 28, and 52. That's when she becomes staggered. LCB Center. Oh, Limbus Company something Center. And these are her abilities. This is something defense. And a third skill is unlocked once she reaches level 3 or tier 3. This is where you reveal this unit's list of skills and upgrade progress. Okay, enemy. Okay, cool. Each unit has resistance values. Use these values to determine what attack type or affinity they are weak against. Oh, okay, here we go. Oh no, Lust is this one. I just assumed Lust would be pink. Why isn't Envy green? Okay, I don't know. Sloth being orange makes sense. Attack types and affinities. Each skill's damage is classified by 2 categories, 3 attack types, and 7 sin affinities. The target's resistance to these categories can either increase or reduce the damage dealt. A higher resistance value on a unit means it'll take more damage from that damage type. Okay, so there's not only like types of damage, but there's also sin affinities. Check your enemy's weaknesses and select the skills that can exploit them to deal more damage. Ah, okay. Okay, well, these guys are all the same, right? Fatal slash, fatal slash, fatal slash, and normal sin affinity resistance. They only have weak blow. Sanity. Okay, sure. Cool.
라이터는 챙겨온 거야?
Forest for Fiend. Whoa, look at that. This is where we, like in her background, right? We saw these like mask-looking things, but no, it's like a shrine almost. Force for Flames. So this is like a big hit, which does lust damage. And I guess these unlock O's Eye View. The Branch of Knowledge. Once again, this is the split.
뭐야?
You have what is
내가 보고
cast.
싶었던 거야?
Okay. And you have
찾아오시면 안 되는데.
Snag Harpoon. Okay. Flashing Strike, Flying Sword. Gain Poise. What does Poise do? And I gain a potency-based chance to deal critical damage. Okay, fair. The more... okay, Poise is just crits.
뭐야? 내가 보고 싶었던 거야?
Bleed. I assume it's the same. When tossing an attack coin, take fixed damage to the effect's potency, then reduces count by 1. Pretty much just Ruina's Bleed, yeah. He has a Rupture. When hit by an attack, take a fixed damage by the effects. Potency, then reduce its count by 1. Oh, he inflicts Rupture. Okay, so Rupture is feebled, kind of, right, in Ruina. So they just take more damage. Sinking. When hit by an attack, this is also something... Okay, so it's red because it's a debuff. take fixed SP damage, which is sanity point damage to the effect's potency. So sinking reduces sanity, while rupture reduces health. And you also have poise. Cool. Okay, well, if they're all weak to slash, then I should use slash attacks. So this is dominating, huh? Favored, neutral, favored. The lust res up. You can only use blue. To the lust resistance up. Okay. Oh my god. Oh, nice. Nice one. In most cases, the unit with the leftmost skill in the dashboard will be the first to act. Among allies, yes. Starting from the ally unit highest on the deployment order, an ally gains 1 additional slot with every passing turn. This means that they gain an extra opportunity to attack. Oh, okay. Okay, so I can do both. No, oh no, he just... Oh, defense. Like, defense, this defense icon here is literally just his 2. I wonder how long this UI stretches then if everybody can get one of these. You should go for purple, I think. Yeah, because purple, triple, red, green, orange, blue. Sure. Yeah, let's watch him, Okay, so he attacks, and then yeah, he attacks again, but it's unopposed because, you know, obviously he didn't clap. Ooh, that got staggered, nice. Did they just get turned into clothes when they died? What happened? Use one of these buttons to let the sinners choose what skills they want to use. So win rate. Oh, so it calculates win rate and calculates damage. However, it must be emphasized that leaving the sinners to make their own strategic choices could lead to suboptimal combat performances, of course. Clash outcome forecast. The clash outcome forecast appears on the top of the screen and beside each selected skill. Please note that the forecast is not always perfect, but is serviceable when quick decisions are necessary. Okay, so this is just the chances I have to win. Okay, well, neither of these are actually attacking, so they have a 100% forecast, which means if I press calculate for damage, then they'll just automatically deal the most damage that they can. Okay, cool. We don't have to worry about win rate here if we're just gonna kill them. Nice. Yeah, they just get turned into clothes. What the heck? See, what did I tell you? The red gaze can evaporate people.
길이 열렸어. 하지만 베르, 메피가 달리기만 했어도 길은 뚫렸을 거야.
Yeah, but Karen, I need the tutorial. Huh? What was the point of putting me through all of that fighting then? Virgilia stepped in at the sight of my rattling head and agitated gestures.
진정하시죠, 단테. 걸음마도 떼지 못한 아이에게 달리기를 시킬 순 없지 않겠습니까?
Yeah.
걸어볼 기회가 있다.
No, he's right. I need to learn with lower level enemies. Sure.
그리고 단테, 당신은 관리자. 저들의 관리를 하는 게 업무입니다. 나는 길잡이. 어디를 가고 어떻게 개척할지는 내가 판단합니다. 알겠습니까? 토달지 말고.
Whoa, don't argue with me. Okay, jeez, okay, man. He's so tall, by the way. This is crazy. Oh, it just says, I just realized it says manager instead of me. Am I supposed to not question a stranger who can't even hear me? I know, right?
뭐라고 하는 거지, 파우스트 씨?
별말 없었습니다.
Nothing much, yeah.
성대하기도 하는군. 앞으로는 고개만 끄덕여도 좋습니다.
Okay. Virgil is.
출발하자. 야호.
Yahoo.
결혼 기분이 어때?
매우 신나. 날아갈 것 같습니다, 카론.
Oh yeah.
좋아.
Good indeed. So, where are we going?
베르길리우스, 그가 목적지를 묻습니다.
말했던 것 같습니다만, 단테.
Why you gotta say it like that every time? Just where are we going? The sigh, the bus shuddered and started to rumble forward. Okay. Whoa.
출발할게. 부릉부릉.
Dude, I didn't know we got cutscenes in this. Oh, okay, here we go. It makes sense that this game would have an opening as well. Yeah. Why is it shaped like a train anyway? Oh, jeez, okay, sir. Huh. Look at this. Kind of looks like the smoke war there, right? I do not know what that says. Okay, sure. Yeah, but everybody's dying. No, it's okay, I've got you. Whoa! Like Chinese Vegas, what the heck? Oh, okay. Ooh! Not the villain group. Okay. Interesting. The Golden Bow. Huh. Oh my god. Oh my god, are you okay? Yeah, it's really interesting. We're starting in D Corp, huh? There's like a whole forest and stuff there. What did that date say, by the way? It said like June 1985. That doesn't sound right. Doesn't sound right at all. I'll have to go back to it. Oh, there it is, the Limbus Company. Face the sin, save the ego is what I'm interested at. Because if it's face this, oh my god, okay, sure. Because if it's face the sin, then it's just like, sure, right, they're sinners, whatever. Maybe they're trying to like get some sort of redemption. Battle pass, what the heck? Okay, sure. Let's see how we can continue playing through the story. Okay, so the story button is drive. Oh wow, there's LCB regular checkup. 4 hours left. It looks like I'm not gonna be doing that event. Inferno. Ah, okay, let's see. Canto 1, The Outcast. Sure. I mean, do I want to get into this right now? Hang on. I've already been recording for like 2.5 hours. Okay, here's what I'll do. I'll record the rest of this, because I don't want to skip the tutorial, right? But, and I hate to do it to you, but I'm gonna leave the video here. Just gonna end it on a little to be continued. But that's gonna be it for this part, this first episode. Really interesting so far. Really, I'm so interested to see where this goes. Yeah, and I hope that you are too if you like this video, which I'm assuming you did because you made it all the way to the end. Maybe consider subscribing. If not, that's completely okay. And yeah, that's it. Have a good one. Bye.